Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are Nerded Up, and Stefan is out tonight, obviously, but we have a very friendly and familiar face on the show with us tonight. Brett is still here for the third week in a row. Oh, and there's Kerry. We're going to talk...
I'm not dead!
I was just asking Kerry how he felt about LSU. Kerry, obviously a huge LSU Tigers fan, and they're a pretty good team this year at the footballs. But you're saying you're nervous. Why are you nervous?
Because nothing can go right in my life. That's why.
Well, that's fucking dark. Oh, that's one already.
What? Yep, he did. He did it. That's the first one. He said, "Yeah, I'm not going to say that word," but he did.
Okay. Right. Full disclosure: Brett and Kerry were taking bets before we went live about how many times I was going to say the F word, and Brett said he's going to keep a counter the entire show. I'm really, really trying hard to be a little bit more family friendly and not say the F word that much. I clipped last week's episode whenever we were having the camera problems, and the amount of bleeps that I had to put in that clip was so god-awfully annoying. The crazy thing is that I worked in radio for 5 years and only ever cursed on the air one time, and it's because I said the word asshole when I was telling a story about my son saying the word asshole. I didn't even mean to say it myself. Now, I came close to saying it many, many times, but I stopped myself. For some reason, when I get around these dick cheeses, not a curse word, I can't keep myself from cursing, and it just happens.
I wouldn't say that's family friendly either, but yeah, go ahead.
Very family friendly.
Fast and loose with these definitions.
Well, it's our friend Dick, and he likes cheese. He keeps many various cheeses.
Richard Swiss.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Extra sharp cheddar today. It was delightful.
That's I stopped myself this time. So you guys, along with Brett and Kerry, you guys got to keep me honest. Do not let me say the F. We're gonna start with the F bomb. I know there's ass, shit, piss, cunt, all those. Like they're gonna fly out of my mouth at some time. We're gonna start small and we're gonna go one word at a time. So we're gonna start with fuck. Okay. So that was the last one. I'll bleep this out. I'm not going to say it again for the rest of the show. But we got a lot of good stuff to dive into. Definitely wanted to get Kerry on here. Kerry was going to be on the show whether Stefan was going to be on or not, but Stefan has been pretty busy. I honestly want to make an excuse to be like he's been saving hungry puppies from drainage ditches and feeding them from a milk bottle. He hasn't been doing that. He's been playing way too much Pokemon, and he's really tired. So that's why he's not... That's why he's not doing the show. But honestly, like, if everybody who's watching a show that's based around gaming and talking about gaming, we all respect the grind. We respect the hustle of him playing so much Pokemon that he couldn't make the show. But he'll be on next week, and he'll give us all of his thoughts on Pokemon Shield. He got both of them. He got Shield and Sword, but he's focusing on Shield right now. But we're going to talk about X019, and that's why Kerry is on tonight. We want to talk about all of the announcements that Microsoft had, all the things that we liked from X019. Then we'll dive into a little bit of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order talk, and I want to talk about why we really honestly just want to get everybody's opinion on what they've liked from Disney Plus so far. Because I was like really, really sick on Tuesday when it came out, which was kind of a blessing in disguise because I got to have Disney Plus make me feel better the entire day with like Goof Troop and Newsies and The Rocketeer. It was great. It was wonderful. But I'm a huge fan of Disney Plus so far, so we'll dive into that. Kerry might have to head out in a little bit in the middle of it, so we'll start with the X019 stuff. I didn't get to watch X019 live, which sucked, and I really wanted to, but I was too busy with work, so I was catching bits and pieces of it here and there. But honestly... We'll start with the biggest news, and it was announcing that Project xCloud was coming to Windows 10 PCs and to new markets in 2020, which I'll dive into this in a minute. I've got into the Project xCloud preview. It's only on Android phones in very specific countries right now, but I have an Android phone in the United States. I'm a very privileged American white person, and so I get to play video games on my cell phone. And so they announced 50 more titles that were coming to Project xCloud and Gamepass. And so I've been playing Madden 20. I've been playing West of Dead, a bunch of other games. Played Kerry. What are those shitty games? Those shitty ARPG games that you like? Darksiders 3. I got to play Darksiders 3. That was terrible.
Excuse you.
But I'm gonna give my thoughts and kind of my early preview or review of my experience with Project xCloud so far, and let me tell you, I'm pretty fucking impressed. Oh man, I'm pretty darn impressed with what it does. But we'll start with this with X019. And I really just want to say, I want to ask you guys what it was that you liked that you saw from X019. And Kerry, you start because I know that you're super excited to talk about this. Like, what was the main thing that you saw from X019 that you really, really liked?
I was so excited. I watched it live.
I think probably the ability to just take it without having to take like a laptop or your console anywhere, and just have a wireless device that's capable of, like, you can just have it on your phone, a little controller, a little clip-in, and your phone's sitting right there. You just walk around like a jackass playing like Halo or Gears of War or whatever you want. And to be able to bring that into places I don't want to be talking to people I don't want to talk to, and be able to play video games instead, has me very excited.
I have a story for you that's going to literally make you rock hard if that gets you excited.
That's what gets me excited. The less human interaction I need, the more like digital interaction I need with make-believe people that I can go and kill stuff with. That's what I want.
Brett, what did you? So Brett's predominantly PC. So let me start this, preface this. Like he said, look at all those sweaty console nerds whenever he started watching the X019 stuff. And so that's the place
those
where
guys
he's
were
coming
so
from.
sweaty. It's
They
not
were.
specifically all console nerds, but the guys that I saw on the screen at that moment, I was like,
Worse.
Well, you're in London too, so that's like
Right, that's fair.
Got some foppish British console nerds over there.
The one thing that I think is pretty cool, and that I really want to start trying though, is Xbox Game Pass is on PC too. So all the titles that are on Game Pass that are on PC, you can download them on your PC as well, which is that gives an incentive for PC players to be a part of xCloud and be a part of Game Pass too. I know not every title's on there, but I still think there's a pretty decent library on the Game Pass for PC. But what were your thoughts, like, from some of the stuff that you saw at X019? What stuck out to you the most?
for me, it was Age of Empires 4.
That'll be on Game Pass.
So, Kerry, what time do you have to be out of here?
No.
Okay, we
got 20 minutes.
We got 20 minutes. Okay, Brett, try to keep it under 18 minutes.
All right. No, I was very excited, but like Age of Empires was one of the first games on PC that I played, like, for real. In 2005, I think, is when Age of Empires 3 came out. Mm-hmm. So we've been waiting patiently.
A little while. Now,
Right.
they also announced that they did a remastered version of Age of Empires 2.
Yes.
And I know that's on Xbox Game Pass, but is that on Game Pass for PC as well?
The definitive edition is. If
The
that's the
definitive
same one,
edition
then
is?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to find a way to all play that together so I can destroy each and every one of you with my far superior
downloaded
empire. Did you
That was
really?
one of the only games I downloaded to PC ever.
Now, so you have it on PC, so we can all play it on
Yeah.
PC. I was wondering if maybe they had some kind of cross-play element to it. I doubt it, but it'd be
think
cool.
so. Not
But
yet.
We can. I upgraded the RAM on my computer, so I have 24 gigs of RAM. And so now when we play Mordhau, it won't take me 45 more minutes than Brett and Stefan to get into an actual lobby to play the game, where they have 30 kills before I actually. Honestly, what happened like 75% of the time is they'd get into a lobby in Mordhau and it would fill up before I got in because my computer took so damn long to join. But so I've got the RAM now. Now I need to play more games on my PC, so we can play some Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. But I am really, really excited about Age of Empires 4. I didn't really play the Age of Empires games a lot until I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I started playing. Mm-hmm. I started going back to the old ones and started playing them a little bit more, and they're a hell of a lot of fun. So Age of Empires 4 looks really cool. I feel like the graphics are going to be just incredible compared to what they have been before, obviously. But like, you know, with the technology that we have now and the machines that we have, it's gonna be it's gonna be a really cool experience. Look, the only reason I stumbled over my words is because I wanted to say so many F's. I wanted to say I want to say it like 4 times, and I didn't know how to formulate language out of my mouth without.
To your
saying
credit,
that
though,
word.
I didn't hear a "k," so
That's true. I just said an F came out. So X019, just first of all, we said 2 years ago, while nobody was watching us on Nerd It Up, when we were predominantly making a push on Facebook that was probably like 90% fake viewers, that Microsoft was making the right decision by focusing on things other than VR and exclusive titles. I mean, Kerry, we said it more than once. We said it multiple times. It's going to hurt them in the short term, but focusing on crossplay and focusing on being able to play anywhere and focusing on getting exclusive dev studios and fostering a world and environment of creativity and making it to where anybody can play any game at any time with anyone that they want is going to play so much better for them in the long term than it was for PS4 focusing on VR and getting exclusive titles. And like, I mean, look, exclusive titles are cool, right? Like God of War is a really fun game. God of War was a great game. It was an absolutely great game. I love the Uncharted series. Uncharted 4 is a really fun game. Horizon Zero Dawn is a great game. Loved that game. What am I thinking of? Oh, The Last of Us. I loved. I know you and Stefan weren't huge fans of it, but I loved The Last of Us, and I'm excited about The Last of Us too. But let's think about Days Gone. It's a pile of garbage. Like the thing is, we're in a day and age where publishers are forcing development studios and forcing devs to rush out an unfinished product. We keep getting games like Anthem and games like Destiny where when they release, they're not done. And then they have to go back, and The Division is another good one, The Division and The Division 2. They're not finished. And then they're like, oh my God. Oh, you don't like playing our game that's 60% of the way done, but the graphics are so pretty. Why don't you enjoy it? Because there's no substance behind the pretty graphics. And so Anthem, like BioWare's not letting Anthem die by the wayside the way it should. They're trying to bring it back as like, what is it, Anthem Next or Anthem 2.0 or some crap like that. We're in a day and age where studios and publishers care more about putting out a pretty product that a lot of people are going to buy. And so if you have an exclusive title, that's great. And if it ends up being a great game like God of War, that's perfect. But if you have an exclusive title and it bombs, what does that do for you? That does nothing for you. And so a short-term play of getting a bunch of different exclusive titles by PS4 was great. The better long-term play was Microsoft and Xbox going with the cross-play, play anywhere stuff. Hands down the better long-term play, especially when PCs are becoming more accessible. More people are buying PCs and playing on them. They're trying to right now set up and foster an environment where you can play Xbox and PC on any game at any time together. And I think that's absolutely incredible. Modern Warfare is the perfect example of cross-play done right. I don't care. The game has its faults. There's some things that I don't love about it, but the cross-play element to it is absolutely incredible. And so we said 2 years ago Microsoft was doing the right thing. And maybe this is my bias showing through, which I'm not going to lie, I'm not a PS4 fanboy. I've been playing Apex Legends predominantly on the PS4. I don't know why. I think it's because the player base is real trash, and I'm way better at it on there than I am on the other ones. But I've been playing a couple of I've played that on PS4. I played Spider-Man. Spider-Man's an okay game. But I'm an Xbox fanboy through and through. I always will be. I love Microsoft. I love Xbox. I love everything about it. From the Xbox Live is far superior to the PlayStation Network. The Xbox Live and the Xbox interface is just light years better than the PlayStation 1. The ease of putting together Xbox Live parties is way better than trying to go through 40 different menus in the most convoluted party creation system I've ever seen in my entire life. I really hate trying to create a party on PlayStation. It's the most ass. And then trying to accept a party invite, I need a freaking doctorate in rocket science. It's absolutely insane. Where Xbox, it's like, you've been invited to a party. Hold down this button for 2.4 seconds. Oh, you're in now. Good job. You did it. Like, come on. Just make it. Assume that I have the mental capabilities of a 5-year-old. And make it as easy as a 5-year-old. Yeah, thank you.
I've been doing that for years.
I hate both of you. Why did I do a show with the two of you on it with no Stefan as a buffer? This is terrifying. Sorry, final thoughts. I know I've been droning on for a super long time. But the winds of war have shifted. And Xbox's days of glory are once again here. I really feel like the announcements of xCloud and now having having a hands-on with the xCloud system, they just buried PlayStation. The cost of entry to PlayStation VR is nuts because you have to have a PS4 Pro, and then you have to buy the VR system, and then the VR games aren't even as great as like some of the AAA titles that are just coming out that aren't VR titles. And so,
what do you think this does for Stadia, or up against Stadia that we talked about?
I forgot to put that in the rundown, so thank you for bringing that up because I
problem.
absolutely would have forgotten about that. I accidentally just
don't worry about PlayStation. We're not.
I accidentally just we're done with PlayStation. I'm not worried about them anymore. They're dead. Like there's no way they can come back from this. Xbox killed them during X019. But for Stadia, it makes me more intrigued to see how the Stadia is going to work. Now they've had a lot of bad press. Like after I idiotically said that I was cautiously optimistic. At least I said cautiously. But
sure.
I said I was cautiously optimistic. A bunch of bad. They came out with their release day titles, and we talked the whole episode about like what titles are coming out for it. We actually don't know that question. So they announced it, and it's like Assassin's Creed, Destiny 2, and a bunch of garbage, like nothing else that matters. And then a bunch of the features and functionalities that they were supposed to have day one, they're not going to have that day one. It only works on the Chromecast that you get with the pre-order. So if you have a Chromecast, it could be the exact same model of Chromecast, but if you didn't get it through the pre-order, it won't work on it. And they're like, well, it'll probably work on it like in the first few weeks when we do like an update. So like if you want Stadia and already have a Chromecast Ultra, it won't work until they do that update. So I was really close to canceling it, but I kept the pre-order because I want to do an unboxing, and then when it's trash I want to do a reboxing video, and it's going to be great content. Sure. Right? But xCloud working as well as it does, with a library of games that you can play for free, and you could go through a subscription service of Gamepass. Man, I honestly think that Microsoft literally they took the perfect opportunity with X019 to step out during Stadia's bad press, and just Google got knocked to the ground with all the crap that was going on with Stadia, and Microsoft just stepped out of the shadows and just stepped right on their throat and just started crushing it. And I think I really do truly believe that because of all the problems that at launch that Stadia has, and now it has to like roll out all these fixes and changes and updates, I think it's DOA. It's dead on arrival. It's just add Stadia to the long list of Google's failures, possibly. I mean, they can still. Maybe I unbox it. I set up this Chromecast. I have this crazy controller, and I love it, and it's a really good experience. And there's not a lot of delay, and there's not too much latency in the gameplay. And I go play Assassin's Creed, and I play, what is this, Mykonos, or is it Mikolos, or whatever the hell his name is, where he's like, every response that he has is like, oh, yes, I will go kill it for you.
Oh, man. Play Cassandra.
Yeah, I play Cassandra in the
you gotta
PS4.
do Cassandra.
I've already did Cassandra. I have to do the super over-the-top.
Just continue playing
now.
Cassandra.
He's garbage.
I'm absolutely not playing Cassandra because both of you told me to choose Cassandra now, so I'm not going to do it.
All right.
But maybe Stadia is a good experience. I just don't. I'm not confident. And so I think that Microsoft took the perfect opportunity to crush the throat of Google Stadia at X019. Sure. But what do you guys think now? Like with those announcements of Game Pass and X019 and being able to play it on any device and on Windows 10. What do you think that means for Google Stadia?
I think it's kind of proving that Microsoft kind of took the lead as far as that kind of market. And this kind of brings up a good point. Both you and I didn't pick up on this. Stefan was the only one that caught it, and I kind of wish he was here to explain it a little more. But he was like, oh, it's clear who they're targeting. And we're like, huh? What do you mean? He's like,
me? Are you saying I'm dumb? I thought he was
targeting
calling me
the
dumb
Asian markets.
Yeah.
It's like they bought up all of these Japanese games like Yakuza and Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. And they're like, hey, not only do you have Crossfire X, which I'm actually kind of intrigued by.
I am too.
And we're like, hey, we have all these games you guys, play and want to play. Not only are we going to have them, but we also have the capacity to just put it on your phone, and now you can play it anywhere. So what do you guys think about that? And And they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Don't stop, Kerry. Damn it.
But one thing I want to talk about.
You're gonna make
the other
me
thing I want to
drop
talk
an
about.
F-bomb. Go ahead.
We have so I had my favorite game. I had a ton of games that I'm looking forward to that are coming out now because of that. The one I really want to talk about, though, I don't know if anyone else caught it, was The Artful Escape. It's the side scroller where the guy puts on the little goggles and he goes into this like magical fantasy realm where he's like frolicking around playing this guitar. That's the only one that's the game I'm most excited about because it reminded me a lot of Brutal Legend. And if you know me, you know Brutal Legend is probably the most near and dear game to my heart. And just being able to frolic around in this, heavy metal utopia while you're playing heavy metal tunes on your make-believe guitar, I'm really looking forward to that. But there was a lot of games coming out that I want to get my hands on.
The game I'm most excited for us to play that was announced is, first of all, Obsidian has killed it with The Outer World. And I know that's a game that you've been playing that you loved. It's actually one of the only games that's pulling you away from your Destiny 2 grind. But the what's the name of the Grounded. I'm really, really excited to play Grounded because that's going to be on Xbox Game Preview. It's going to be on Xbox Gamepass. But Grounded, if you didn't see it, go watch the trailer. It's made by Obsidian. I'm really excited about it though because it's like a narrative RPG survival game, and it's essentially based on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where you get shrunk. And you're in your backyard, and you have to try to craft things and survive in your backyard around baseballs and bugs. And all I want, more than anything else in the world, is to ride an ant. If I get to ride a freaking ant, I'm gonna be super excited. But Grounded looks like a lot of fun. That looks like
you
a
choose
game.
Ant over Bumblebee?
Well, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Ground speed, man. I know aerial superiority and everything, and I was in the Air Force, and I should probably think about that, which I didn't. That's fine. But also, I hate bumblebees, and they almost got me run over by a semi one time. And so, dang it. Screw bumblebees. Oh, man, I can't even. It's about bumblebees. Is that 4? I thought it was only 3. Where'd the 4th one come from? Man.
Well, I don't know about that. The one you stopped yourself on. We're at like 3.5.
No, that didn't count. It was still
that
3.
doesn't count.
Okay.
So, yes.
So 3. Okay.
I'm at 3. Awesome. Okay, good. That's not bad. I had
It's not a hard K.
in that 2-minute and 10-second clip, I said it like 6 times. So in like 25 minutes, I feel like 3 times is pretty good. But yeah, I'm really excited to play Grounded. Brett, so thinking about this from. And I love the fact that we've got a little bit more diversity because me, Kerry, and Stefan we're all Xbox fanboys. So I love having a PC master race person.
Sure.
So from a PC player's perspective, like when you see xCloud, thinking about Google Stadia and that kind of like streaming future, does that intrigue you as a PC player to be able to try it out on your computer?
The fact that it will work with PC intrigues me. And it's the most intriguing thing Xbox has done for me in years, probably almost a decade. Like,
what was the other thing? If they haven't done anything intriguing in a decade,
having a new I don't know,
being
man.
able to access
when I was
porn
young and
on
naive,
the browser on Xbox.
You can do that. Oh, now I'm even more.
Oh no!
I'm getting an Xbox today. No,
You can use Microsoft Edge with your Xbox console.
You can even take it into a incognito mode so people can't see your search history.
Yep.
But
anyway,
that and Crossfire, that game is intriguing me. It seems like it's very CS:GO-ish. So
it does. Hasn't that been around in the Asian markets for a really long time, or like for a few years? And I had never heard about it.
Crossfire series, yeah, but not. This is a new battle royale they're trying out. Yeah.
Is it a battle royale? Or is it more of a
like squad-based shooter?
So like a CS:GO, yeah. It looks like a CS:GO clone, which I mean, it looks like a really, really good CS:GO clone.
Right.
I will say that. Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to try Crossfire. Here's what I'll say about my experience. I spent a decent amount of time. Like Keaton had his birthday party this weekend. My youngest son turned 9. Well, I only have one son, but my youngest child turned 9 today. And so he had a Fortnite birthday party in honor of you, Brett.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I had we bought him all it was a Fortnite Nerf party. So we bought him all the Nerf guns, and we bought all the toys. My dad bought there was this massive Loot Llama pinata that he busted open. It was like a $90 llama that was just filled with Fortnite toys. So my house is, you know how we used to have cool toys like GI Joes and Ninja Turtles and biker mice from Mars. Well, now my house is filled with Fortnite toys which sucks. So, but it's fine. He likes it. It's fine. He's gonna be a Fortnite star. He asked me to coach him in Fortnite, and I said, "No, that game's trash. Let me know when you start playing Apex Legends."
Uninstall and download.
But I don't know why I started talking about that. Oh, so I spent a lot of the weekend. I didn't have a lot of time to hop on the computer. I didn't have a lot of time to play. I did have some time to play Fallen Order, but not a ton. But I spent a good amount of the weekend on my phone playing games through the xCloud on my phone. And I was the weirdo who bought a clip on Amazon. I had the clip attached to my controller so I could mount my phone on my controller. And here's the story that'll give you wet dreams, Kerry. So most of what I've done is play Madden 20 on my phone. But I've been playing it. I played it predominantly 90% of the time. I played it on my home Wi-Fi network. I've got gig internet now on a 5 gigahertz freaking Wi-Fi network. Didn't have any lag. I never had a single issue. There was no latency. I've told you guys before that whenever I've streamed my Xbox to my PC or to my laptop downstairs on the home network, there's a little bit of noticeable lag when I play Destiny. It was faster than streaming on my own home network. It was absolutely incredible how well it worked. Honestly, there was no difference. I couldn't tell a single difference between if I were playing Madden 20 on my Xbox versus playing it through the xCloud on my phone. But the main thing, and I played that, I played West of Dead, I played Darksiders 3, I tried out a whole bunch of different games. I wanted to try a whole slew of different genres and titles to really kind of stress test the hell out of this thing. I had some issues with EA login, but that's more EA being a piece of shit than it is xCloud's problem. But I didn't have any issues with any of the other games. I mean, I'm sitting there playing through a season with the Texans, who got destroyed by the Ravens today. Let me tell you, my game against the Ravens was completely different than their game against the Ravens. But I'm sitting there with my phone mounted, and I'm playing it. I'm like, you know what? I got to go do some things. It's probably I had to go get some stuff printed, like some signs and some labels for the party, because I had made some Fortnite labels and stuff. I'm like, I'm going to take the controller with me. I'm going to take the controller and the clip because I'm going to have to sit there and wait while they do all of this stuff. And I'll sit down, I'll wait, I'll play some games. And I'm like, I really want to test this on a cellular network, on my LTE network, and see how it goes. I thought I was going to find some lag. I thought I was going to hit latency issues. I thought I was going to start stuttering. I did not experience a single problem while I was waiting and playing inside the print shop with my Xbox. I was a weirdo walking in with an Xbox controller and a freaking clip mount on there. Luckily, I'm pretty sure the people that were running the print shop were Korean, so it was like, oh, yeah, I see what you're doing. That's fine.
I get it.
I get it. So while they were doing all that stuff, it's like 20 minutes. I waited 20 minutes. I just sat there and played on my phone. I played Madden on my phone. Didn't experience a single lag issue. Didn't experience a single latency issue. It didn't stutter. It didn't clip. It was absolutely incredible. I cannot even begin. Like, you know how when people find God for the first time, and some of them just become like crazy evangelists where they're like, I need to go tell everybody about it. Sure. That's me with xCloud. I am a full-on xCloud.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and far away.
That, like, I will literally stand on a mountain and tell everybody that xCloud is the next revolution in gaming and in technology like we've never seen before. I experienced less issues with streaming a video game on xCloud than I've had with Netflix sometimes. It was absolutely incredible. And I like, maybe other people are having issues. So maybe there are still some lag issues. I haven't really looked it up at all. All I know is from my experience with I would say probably about 10 hours of playing on it throughout different parts of the weekend. Oh, I played it when I went to my son's baseball game while I was like, he was doing like practice and stuff. I'm like, this is incredible. He was doing
sure,
it like he was doing
play during his game.
I didn't. Kara made me put it down. She was there, so she made me stop playing. But while he was doing warm-ups and everything, I'm sitting there playing, and I had people watching me, and they're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, well, let me tell you. Have you ever heard of a thing called xCloud?"
Here's my card.
Have you ever heard of our Lord and Savior Microsoft? Our Lord and Savior Phil Spencer. But no, it's absolutely incredible. So I am all in. I'm full in, and if like it makes me a little bit more optimistic about the functionality of Stadia, even with all the problems that it's had with press and everything. Maybe Google can get this right. If Microsoft can get it right with the xCloud, like the idea of what they want Project Scarlet to be, where Project Scarlet becomes this server at home where you can use xCloud to stream your entire game library when you're away, sounds absolutely incredible to me. I think it's great. I haven't run into a single issue, and now I know that I'm going to go play it in my bed while I'm laying down, and I'm going to have all the issues. After I said, like, last week, I'm, like, cautiously optimistic about Stadia, and then all that bad press came out. I'm like, I'm just going to run into nothing but issues with xCloud, but at least up to this point, I haven't had any issues with it, and it's going to be... It's going to be really hard to pull me away from having that controller with me everywhere now. That controller now is no longer an Xbox controller. It's an xCloud controller, and it goes with me anywhere. It does not get paired with the Xbox anymore. So it's pretty incredible. So yeah, X019 had a lot of really cool stuff. Is there anything else that we're missing? Any announcements or anything like that? Like I know there's that game Everwild that we saw where it's like it's a rare game, and rare is kind of hit or miss for me. But it looked interesting. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, it's one of those games. It's kind of reminded me of, I don't know, something like Ori and the Will of the Wisps or something where it's more designed to look cute, but it's kind of have some darkness behind it. And I don't know. I mean, I'll end up playing it just because I play freaking almost everything that comes out. As soon as this season is done with Destiny, like I gotta stop. Bro. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff I have to catch up on just because after the Season of the Undying came out, I just have no time anymore.
That's all you've been playing.
It's all I've been doing. Mm-hmm. And then the flight simulator.
Oh, that looks so good.
I want that.
You know how much fun we're all gonna have with that, right?
I just want to fly in a little plane and just enjoy the views.
I'm gonna try to run into you.
I know.
Every chance I get.
We're gonna run into every building we can and just act like jihadis, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and relax on my own for at least a little bit.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna.
Josh Beard, join your game.
Brett's never heard the Mercenaries 2 story before. Back old to the 2009 Mercenaries 2 experience. I literally ruined Kerry's entire game save because I went and started killing every faction in the game and running over them with cars. I was very drunk that night. Yep. But yeah, flight sim. Can I just be the air traffic controller? I just want to be that.
That's what I was gonna take. I was gonna let you run your airplane into Kerry, and I was just gonna sit on the ground and be like, "No, you're all clear for landing."
Oh my god, that's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, I'm really excited.
270, 20 kilometers away.
I'm excited to see what Halo Reach and the Master Chief Collection on PC is gonna be like. So Halo Reach is coming to the Master Chief Collection, but when does the Master Chief Collection come out on PC, Brett? Isn't that soon? Isn't that December?
I think so.
Holidays, I don't know.
Yeah, it's in December. I'm really intrigued by that. But I mean, honestly, the biggest announcement was xCloud. Oh, Minecraft Dungeons. I know you guys probably don't give a shit about this, and I know most of the people. I love Minecraft because I love playing Minecraft with my kids.
Sure.
I don't play it a lot on my own. Just normally whenever I'm by myself, naked, staring at pictures of Emma Watson. But I do like Minecraft often. On this family-friendly show. Kerry looks so confused. But Minecraft Dungeon, I mean, it's just Minecraft Diablo, and it looks really fun, and it looks like a blast, and it looks like I'm going to play it a lot with my kids. So that looks pretty cool.